Hello you guys and welcome. Today I have with me my boyfriend Andrew, and he's going to be helping me make this video, and it's going to be about styling like accessories for 60s and 70s fashion or inspired fashion. And I thought that I'd have Andrew come in today so that we could do some examples on men as well. So thank you for being here, Andrew. So a lot of times with outfits you can usually pick like pretty basic top and bottom, but I feel like when you accessorize in the right way and with the right things, it can really help make the outfit look more vintage, even if the pieces aren't exactly vintage. So hopefully this will be helpful. I've got everything spread out here and we'll just jump right into it. Literally jump. Alright, so first we will just start with belts, which I have here, and belts are a super easy way to accessorize. I mean, you know, even if you don't have belt loops, a lot of times on dresses I'll just add a belt to add like a little bit of shape to the dress, or with a skirt it can just add a little something extra even if there aren't belt loops. So always a classic kind of woven brown one is great for like a 70s style, obviously with the boho theme that the 70s had going on. Another brown belt here that I have, which is one of my favorites. It's got this cool rectangle buckle. I found this one thrifting and I think that it just looks super cool and vintage. It looks great with guys or girls. And what I really like to do to make it not look too dressed up sometimes is just to do like a little French tuck in the front, so you don't have to fully tuck in your shirt, but you can still like see the belt buckle, but it looks a little more casual. And it can really be like a good statement piece too if you have like a nice big belt buckle and you're just wearing a plain top and plain pants, especially for guys. No, not like that. Actually, well,
it's like a little tunic, huh?
Oh yeah, that's actually cute too. I mean, I feel like a model right now. This is what I go through anytime I do photo shoots. It's just people tucking in stuff into me, patting you down, doing this. So this is a great example of a little French tuck moment. See, it's not tucked in all the way through, but it shows the belt buckle. It also kind of helps to give a little more shape sometimes, I feel like, to a bigger shirt. So I really like doing this. It's more casual than tucking it in all the way, and you also get to see the belt buckle. So that's great for guys or girls. Here's a couple more examples of some belts that I really love. This one is vintage. I also found this one thrifting. It's got this huge belt buckle, which I think is super cool. It also looks really great with dresses. I have this like black kind of bodycon style turtleneck mini dress, and I love to wear this one with it too sometimes, just if I want to dress it up a little more. So another great one. And then also this one, like square buckles are super 60s. Anything really geometric shaped is just very 60s, and this looks super mod to me. I got this a couple years ago at Target, so not vintage or anything, but it just shows that they're around also if you look. Classic black one. Then I also have these kind of belts, which are very 60s as well. Super cute with dresses or pants. I think I found this one thrifting. Just kind of lets the end dangle off the side here. Looks great. That's more of like a jewelry piece too than something that's supposed to actually hold up your pants. And same for this one. This, I've actually seen a photo of Francois Hardy wearing pretty much this exact belt. This is a dead stock belt, but I got it from the Mindflowers website. And it's just these nice little circle rings, gold, classic. Cute with pants or dresses or skirts, anything really. Also with like a longer tunic style top as well, if you wanted to cinch in your waist a little more. These look really cool for that. Another more of a jewelry accessory kind of belt than to keep up your pants are these conch style belts, which Jim Morrison wore a lot. And I found this one thrifting. This was a little bit more expensive. I actually think I found it at a vintage store, but it was well worth it. I think it was like $20, but it's a good investment piece, super cute, and looks great with guys or girls again, for a cool kind of country western style. Then last but not least, like circle belts, again with the geometric style buckle. This one was a thrifted gem as well. Belts are pretty unisex, so that's great when you're looking for that when you're thrifting or vintage hunting. And next we are going to talk about scarves, which can be worn so many ways. I love scarves. They are such a good accessory to have. You can tie it onto the side of a purse for like a pop of color. You can tie it off to the side like this. This is very classic, super cute. And I also love these like tied in your hair as a headband. Or even if you wanted to tie your hair up like this and have it hang down from your ponytail, that's also very cute. These are also great. This is more like a square, but you could do the same thing, bunch it up and tie it around your neck like that, tie it on a purse, or wear it as a head scarf, which this is more of like a hippie kind of style. Also reminds me of like a biker. So that's very cool. And then also these really like skinny long scarves I love. You can wear it like this, which is very cute, and if you wanted to use more than one scarf in this kind of a situation, I think that looks really cool. Not with these patterns necessarily, but I've seen like Stevie Nicks and a lot of rock stars do it, and that's pretty much where I get my inspiration for my outfits from. If you haven't been able to tell already, that's like the 60s and 70s style that I go for. We'll talk about Andrew again. Scarves are also great with guys. Andrew doesn't really let me put scarves on him that much. He's not much of a scarf wearer, but I've seen Mick Jagger do this numerous times and he looks amazing. Or like Keith Richards or Brian Jones is like the king of accessorizing, so those are some good reference points for the dudes out there. Andrew looks very cool, super chic. It also looks cool on guys if you tie it like I had before and wear it off to the side. Like that looks great. I think that's so cool. Like if you're a guy and you wear a scarf, I'm just gonna say you're amazing and you're doing great, sweetie. This is also a nice one for like a headband, or you could wear it with this part on the top and like tie a bow. I sometimes do that with like a little bit shorter of scarves so that it's not totally hanging down, but I kind of also really like the floppy look, so like it hangs down with your hair. Very cute. Alright, now we are going to move on to sunglasses, which are one of my favorite ways to accessorize. I'm so sad when it's winter time here and pretty much overcast, but that is where colored sunglasses come in handy, such as these babies. These I found at a vintage store, and obviously the yellow is very 70s, just like any colored sunglasses are super retro in my opinion. I mean, depending on the shape, because the 90s also kind of pulled that trend back out as well as the 2000s, but this shape is very cute, not too small. I love the, again, like a geometric shape. Super adorable. Andrew's got on these, which are actually blue light glasses, so they're prescription, but they're not sunglasses. They are from xoxo, which this video is actually sponsored by, so thank you so much. These glasses I've been wearing around so much just because I work on the computer a lot, so they're supposed to help protect your eyes, and then also when you go outside, they kind of change color a little bit, so they turn a little bit more into an actual sunglass situation, which I love. And they look very 70s, like not super aviator, which a lot of people I feel like gravitate towards when it's like 70s sunglasses, but I don't always feel like they look super 70s. This is more of like a rounded kind of a shape, and I feel like this looks super vintage. Very cool. Those look great on Andrew. Andrew had blue ones exactly like that, but RIP to those.
Probably sad on them.
Yeah, the yellow ones are still around and thriving. Next we've got these, which are also from xoxo. These sunglasses I really love. It's got this kind of like, well, you can't really tell probably on camera, but it's got a little detail around here which I think looks really nice. Getting up close and personal, you can see the phone, it's great. But these are mirrored, they're like pink. I usually don't go for mirrored sunglasses, but I think that these are really cute. I love the shape as well. I just think that that looks very 60s. You don't see that around a lot. These are also from the same brand, and I got these originally for Andrew to use just because he wears more brown than black, and so these are actually brown, which is right up his alley. Again, pretty much like the same shape, very 60s, but not too like over the top and like a round sunglass, which a lot of people immediately think of as 60s, which isn't wrong, but if you don't want to go for like the full-on John Lennon or Ozzy Osbourne moment, these are great for that. And there's plenty of other styles that will still look retro, but you don't have to go straight for the round sunglasses. Then we got these from the same company, xoxo's, and these I love as well. They're more for Andrew, but they're black. I love this bar across. That's very 70s to me. The quality of these is very nice, I'll say. The packaging was also beautiful when it came in. They each came with their own little like cleaning wipe things to use and their own cases, so that is very nice. Love these. And then last for sunglasses, of course, some like oversized babes like this, which I found thrifting. Andrew's got these. I also found those thrifting for him. They're more rounded, but they're not like complete circle. So sometimes I feel like that's a little more flattering, at least for me. I don't feel like I look good in round sunglasses, but those are super cool. They kind of have like the tortoise shell thing going on, which is also very 70s, very 60s. So those are some things to look out for. Alrighty, next we're moving on to hats, which I love hats. Andrew's got this one on, which is like his staple. It's called a butcher's hat, right, Andrew?
What, the ascot?
No, an ascot's like the thing that Fred from Scooby-Doo wears. It's like a neck scarf. Oh, but maybe it is an ascot too. But didn't we hear that it was like the butcher's hat?
It was an ascot worn by butchers is what I remember.
Oh,
to keep the blood away from the eyeballs.
Yeah, isn't that pleasant? But this is just like a nice little wool hat. It looks very 70s to me, and also similar to like hats that Angus Young wore. Which Andrew loves Angus, so that fits in perfectly. I've got this hat, which is vintage, and it reminds me of a hat that Janis Joplin wore a lot. These like big kind of just fur hats. It's so cute in the winter time, and I kind of like it with this summer outfit too, so if it's not like a super hot day, this kind of looks very sick.
I can't tell. I typed an ascot. It's very similar, but it's also the bag-eared style hat that looks like this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I don't know.
So Andrew also wears this one in the winter time sometimes, and I think it looks really cool on him, so I love it. Looks sick.
It's my, I need to warm up look. I'm cold.
Oh, then we've got these, which I don't really know what to say about this besides it looks like a cowboy hat. These are very cool. I've seen a lot of people just in the 60s and 70s wear this style hat. Looks very cool. It's pretty timeless. I found this one thrifting, but it also looks cool on anyone really. It's a little small for your head actually, but
yeah, it doesn't fit.
But I've seen guys wear hats like this.
I don't know about
that. And it looks
that.
cool, but it's too small for Andrew's head.
Not for my head. I need stuff that wraps around the entire skull.
Yeah, skull wrapping.
Yeah.
Then we've got like these Baker Boy hats, I guess they're called. They're pretty trendy right now, or at least they have been, so you can probably find them really anywhere. I've seen like Bob Dylan wear a style hat like that. It's very beatnik vibes. Also berets. Berets are just timeless and also very beatniky, so that's very cute. You can usually find them in lots of colors, so it's good versatile moments. Andrew also wears this one out sometimes, so it's not just for the ladies.
I wear this one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
And of course, you can't forget like big floppy sun hats. Very 60s, very 70s, like hippie boho vibes. So this one I got forever ago at Target. And I love how floppy it is. Just like any straw hat really is good for like the hippie kind of vibes, so. Alright, next we're going to be talking about jewelry, which again is not just for women. I love when guys wear jewelry, so take notes. Well, first we'll just talk about barrettes, which is generally more of like a women thing, but you know, wear whatever makes you happy. These are from Mindflowers. They're very cute. Barrettes are also really back in style right now, so you could probably find them anywhere. These ones are from Mindflowers, and I just think that they're really cute. I don't really wear them to like part my bangs or anything or hold back my bangs because I like my bangs down, but you could wear it with like putting your hair up here, just off to the side like that. Sometimes I wear like a scarf, and then I like to put the barrettes in it as well, so that's cute. Then we've got earrings. These are also from Mind Flowers. A good daisy big flower earring is perfect for a 60s look. And then this is also very mod, just the circle geometric, very classic, very versatile. Just a nice like statement earring is very good for any 60s look, really, I feel like. These as well, this kind of like a circle shape is classic for 60s looks. These are vintage ones. These I got from Steve Sasko. They're actually a remake of an earring that Edie Sedgwick wore. So again, with like the giant statement earrings, very 60s, very Edie, very Twiggy. And these are also from Steve Sasko, which are a remake of ones Twiggy wore. So they're very cute, like these little wrecking balls.
Family jewels.
If you're a guy and you have your ears pierced as well, I think that that is very cool, and you should definitely take advantage of that and use some earrings. I think that like something like that would be very cool. It's just kind of like this dangly boho vibe earring. Andrew got this for me in the Caribbean. Or even just like a small hoop would be very cool, very like chic and classic looking. I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of George Harrison actually, and he was wearing a hoop earring, and I was like, yes, George, you look amazing. Next we've got rings, and the king of the rings is Ringo, so I also love when guys wear rings. I just like when guys know how to accessorize, really, because it just says a lot. I like to just do like a mix of all different kinds of rings. It creates more of like those boho vibes, and you don't really have to be too matchy-matchy with anything. I also love like midi rings, which I've seen around. I used to wear my toe rings as midi rings, but those have long since gone somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but that is also another cute option. Looks great.
Beautiful hands.
Beautiful hands. You should be a hand model.
Okay. Sign me up.
Next we've got necklaces. So really cool statement necklaces that are just like odd. You haven't seen anything like this around really before. I think that that just screams like 60s and 70s boho, kind of like beatnik vibes in a way. If I wear it with like a black turtleneck, black pants, or just a classic little skirt, I feel more beatnik, especially if I have a beret on. But you could also wear this with like a long hippie dress, and then you get more of like the bohemian vibes as well. But beatnik is also very bohemian, so those kind of go hand in hand. Necklaces for guys are also super cool, especially if you're wearing a scarf with it, like how...
This probably isn't the best pattern for a necklace. It's a bit busy.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But yeah, definitely, you can do it right. Again, Brian Jones is like the king of accessorizing, and I see him a lot with like a necklace and a scarf. And even if you would then put like another little necklace right up in here, that looks very cool. Oh yeah, wow. Let's just do it. Alright, so this looks great. I love this. I don't know if I'd pick like the blue to go along with this necessarily, but Andrew looks amazing. This is going to be his new look. I'm making him wear necklaces and scarves out because you look so cool. You literally look like a rock star. Yeah. See, that looks great. Like a long necklace, a short necklace. Just kind of like layering things and having fun, I feel like really helps you pull yourself into an outfit and just makes it more interesting, even if the pieces aren't that like stand out on their own. It also just helps to make anything look vintage if you pair it with vintage things. So if you don't have like a lot of vintage items in your wardrobe, I would start looking for vintage accessories first, because that is a good way to like be cost efficient and make yourself have more of a vintage look without having to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe all at once. So necklaces, great for girls and guys. Just cool like statement pieces with like fun stones. This is a tiger's eye. This one's got like some little coins on it and just different beads all over the place, so that looks very cool. Even if he had an earring in, that would be so sick, like a hoop earring, that'd be great. Oh my gosh, yeah, this one would be so cool. These ones I just got from Top Knot Goods. They're these like crosses with a hoop, and that would be so sick. Oh my gosh, you look amazing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Super fab.
Super fab. So those kind of necklaces are good. Also, I was going to point out when Andrew was wearing this before that turquoise was just very popular in the 60s and 70s, like as a stone. Andrew's dad actually made this one for me along with some matching earrings. But I just thought I'd bring this one out because turquoise was very popular then, and just long necklaces are great for layering.
That's my accessory.
That's my birch, in case somebody breaks it. Okay, next we're going to talk about purses, and all of my
purses and birches.
Purses and birches, yes.
Alright.
My purses that I have here are all thrifted. Well, actually, this one was a gift, but it is vintage. So this classic, like, little white, this kind of patent leather thing was really popular then, and just this kind of, like, rectangle little handbag shape. Very 60s. This one's very 60s or 70s. It's got that bohemian vibe. Just this kind of, like, leather handbag with the painted flowers on it, which is also something you could do yourself if you had just a plain purse. You could go out and buy, like, leather paint or whatever kind of material your purse is made out of so that it doesn't chip away easily, but it's always fun to accessorize and kind of customize your own pieces. You can make them look a little more vintage or just make them look more your own. Thank you, Andrew. Next, I've got this one, which is actually like a shoe bag, I guess, but I love the shape. Works as a cute little purse. Good brown. It's that kind of like leather material again, and just a nice little handbag. Anything that's like a weird shape like this, I feel like is very 60s. And then we've got this one, which has a fun pattern. Any patterns like this, fun colors, kind of floral, abstract moments are very 60s and 70s. Also, these little handles are very 60s as well, I feel like, with this kind of oval shape and the tortoiseshell style plastic that it's made out of. Now, finally, we are on to jackets and coats, which there's a lot of different ways you could take this, so I just pulled out a couple here. Number one, we've got oversized fur or faux fur. If it's not vintage, do not buy new fur, please. Jackets like this. This is one that I found at Goodwill when I was in high school, and I've had it ever since. And it looks cool on Andrew or me, so I love when guys wear big, giant fur coats. You just look very sick. Super rock star. This one's great. It's got brown and black in it, so I love that because it'll match outfits that have brown in them or black. I don't really have to worry too much about that.
This is what I wore in the rooftop videos that I did.
Yeah, if you...
on the Abbott House channel.
Abbott House channel. Check it out. He makes all the music for my videos.
Playing One After 909. No, I didn't release that yet. But Don't Let Me Down, Get Back.
Any of the rooftop stuff.
Yeah, one of the other ones.
Yeah, amazing. Keeps you warm in the wintertime as well. Next, I pulled out this denim jacket. Andrew also has a very nice denim jacket. This one's mine, and I mainly grabbed this one because of the buttons, because I wanted to point out that buttons are another great way to accessorize. You can just put them on there, and that's kind of like a 60s thing as well, especially if you find the right buttons. Like, this one says, Peace on Earth. This one says, POWs never have a nice day. I think I found that at a vintage store. This one is from the Bob Dylan concert that I went to. This is from my friend Breezy's shop, Breezy Sweets. This one says I love orders. It's kind of funny. This one is from Cosmic Magma, which is another cool shop. It's just a little mushroom with like ladies' legs as the stem. And then this one says Groovy. This one's from my friend's shop that is called Sunset People Vintage. This one I made my little Alice Cooper. Woodstock patches. Patches are another great way to accessorize. And I think that's it for that, but I also painted the back, which is an example of like customizing and personalizing something to make it look more vintage and more retro. It's just kind of like a 60s psychedelic little pattern that I put on there. Then Andrew's got, oh yeah, he's got another pin, which is from my shop. I haven't uploaded pins yet to the shop, but Andrew got the first of them. Andrew's just wearing this nice dark brown Levi jacket, which we found at Alcala's, which is like a Western store in Chicago. And just the cut of this, it looks very vintage, very retro, pretty timeless actually. So a lot of like men's fashion then took notes from like Western styles, so you can usually look around and find some good like vintage inspired styles in Western stores, if you believe it or not. That's where Andrew shops all the time.
This one is a Wrangler.
Yeah, this one is Wrangler. This one I found Andrew on Etsy for his birthday when we first met. It's nice corduroy. Corduroy is always a good 60s and 70s fabric to look for. It's got these great collars, so very nice. The dagger collar. Also the fit's nice, how it kind of like is a little bit cinched in around the waist here. And it's just a tad bit longer than the other one as well, so that's another kind of like vintage style that I've seen a lot in photos. It's got these cute little like things on the shoulders as well. I don't know if there's like a proper term for this, but I just love the details put into it. Very cute. Then suede jackets just in general are super great for 60s or 70s style. This jacket is too big for me, but I love it and I think it just kind of looks cool oversized anyways. It's this amazing fringe. I think I'm going to wear it sometime as a dress because it's long enough and just like button it up. But if you can find jackets like this just pretty much screams 70s, especially with the fringe. Good for guys or girls, looks great. And then I've got this suede one as well, which has like this faux fur trim all along the area where it buttons up here and then along the cuffs as well. And then it's got this cool kind of like pattern with different colors going in all kinds of ways here of suede. And just got on the fringe now.
This is heavy.
I know it is. And then, yeah, so this one, it's kind of like longer. Sorry you guys can't see very well. Yeah, we need to find a better way to film this. But this is very, very like Penny Lane, almost famous vibes, very 70s. I have one that actually looks more 60s than this, and it's kind of like a lighter color tan suede, and then it's got embroidered flowers all up, and then the fur is also like a lighter color as well. So it can be like 60s or 70s. It's very like psychedelic 60s if you're going more on that route. And then last but not least, we've got another denim jacket here, and I pulled this one out because it's got this kind of like fur, faux sheepskin lined collar, which is also very, very 70s. And I just put this giant patch on the back, which my friend Cassidy did for me. She has a company called Oak Tree Stitching Company, and yeah, this is just very 70s. I like the crop of it. I found it at Target forever ago, but it is a good staple, and anything with this kind of like lining is very 70s as well. So those are all the tips that we have got for you today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope that that was helpful, and if you have any questions, just leave them down below. I'm hoping to do eventually a video where I just talk about like men's 60s and 70s style to help out the fellows out there that have messaged me and expressed that they'd be interested in a video like that. But until next time, we will see you, and we hope that you are having a wonderful, fabulous day, whatever you're doing.